Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you are returning, thank you so much. If you are new here, I appreciate you joining in with us. That's awesome. I just want to say thank you, first of all, for the comments that you guys are leaving. They are so encouraging and the compliments are just so awesome. I appreciate that so much. Like, it is so special to me, like, for real. So thank y'all so very much for being a part of this. This little journey I'm on is been fantastic, and y'all just make it so much easier. So I appreciate you very, very much. I really do. All right, so speaking of comments, I had planned to do a boho themed video. Got it ready, filmed, cut, ready to go, and then I was like, ugh, maybe not, because the farmhouse videos are doing so well. I didn't want to throw out a video that you guys weren't interested in, and you're just like, what is this? Why did she do this? Exactly. So let me know in the comments what y'all are thinking, what you would like to see. That would be great. Today's video is farmhouse, obviously. So it is going to be neat. It's a neat little video. The stuff that I did ended up turning out really cute. I love it. There's going to be a 2-tiered tray. There is 2 different Dollar Tree DIYs and Dollar General, well, a Dollar General and a Dollar Tree DIY. And then there's also some thrift store flips. Now, that is fun. The thrift store flips are, it's a couple different things. Y'all know I love my thrift store flips. That's a lot. That's a mouthful. Say thrift store flip 3 times. Yeah, I got you. That's hard to say a lot. Okay, so I have a couple different things going on with that. It's going to be fun. If you like cows, today is your video. So, because there are a couple different things in it with the cow on it. It's not tacky. Don't worry. It's not like crittery looking crap. It's not. Promise. It is going to be some neat looking stuff. So y'all definitely stay tuned for the rest of this video. Check it all out. Let me know in the comments what you think. If y'all like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. If you're not subscribed, I wish that you would think about doing that. That would be awesome. I would appreciate it very, very much. I'm going to try my best to keep the videos. I'm going to keep spitting them out just as fast as I can get them made and keep y'all interested. Like I said, I appreciate the comments so very much. It's so encouraging. It makes you want to, like, get up and make another video today, you know, and send it out as fast as possible. So I'm going to do my best to keep the videos going as fast as I can, and I just appreciate y'all. So other than that, I think that's all, and let's get right into the video. DIY. These bowls and cups came from the Dollar General store. They were $1 a piece, and then those little plates came from the Dollar Tree. Now, all we're going to be doing is gluing a couple of these together and spray painting them, and they turn out so stinking cute. Like, this is the easiest little DIY, honestly. I used some Power Grab by Loctite and then my hot glue. And I have done the bowls once before in a DIY. In one of my very first videos, I actually used the bowls, but I did it a little different than what we're going to do it today. So this is a little different, but same set of bowls. And I actually just found the cups that matched. I just love, it's got the bubbling on it. It looks like the milk glass. I mean, it just really turns out cute. So I just added that Loctite to the bottom of one of these cups. Then I add me some hot glue, and I'm going to place one of these plates right down on top of it. Okay, so for the second one, we're going to be taking the bowls, and we're going to glue them like one upside down, one sitting regular. And this Loctite, it is called Power Grab, I believe. I grabbed it because I could not find any of the E6000 at my local Dollar General store, and this was there. It said new item, and it just kind of seemed to be about the same. And I'm going to tell you, I have used it on a couple different DIYs since I bought it, and I really like it. Like, this stuff works really well. So I just added that all the way around the rim of that bowl. I'm going to add some hot glue also. And for those of you that don't know, now you do the Loctite for permanent hold, and you're going to do the hot glue for an immediate hold. So like I said, I just added that all the way around the rim, giving it a pretty good amount. Place my bowl on top. Now we're making like a circle, or a ball actually. Made sure it was good and even. Now I did take my finger and go around the outside edge just to smooth out any of that glue. Then I'm going to take that Loctite again and add it to the top. And now it's okay that it shows, because we are going to spray paint both of these items. All of this, actually. We're going to spray paint every bit of it. So you're not going to be able to see that glue. That's the only thing about it. It's white. So as opposed to the E6000, which is clear. But I really like this glue. And these turned out fantastic. So stinking cute. They could actually go with even a boho theme. All right, so for this next one, I have got a pan that I got for $5 at the Dollar General store. I've got this candle holder that I got from the Goodwill, and then I've also got a baking pan that I bought at a yard sale. All right, so I got my Power Grab once again and my glue gun, and I've also got some popsicle sticks. See there, that rim has got like another rim in it, so it doesn't sit flat. So I needed some way, I had to come up with some way in order to make that pan sit on there flat. So I took the popsicle sticks and was like, okay, maybe I could, you know, build them up till it would work. So turn my candle holder upside down, added some Loctite to the bottom of it, and we're just gonna be placing it right in the center of this pan. I love that it's got the handles on it. I love that it's already, you know, the metal. Very cute. And for $5, it was a little bit of a splurge, because I typically don't buy anything unless it's on sale. So, but I wanted to make this DIY. I already had this kind of in mind, a tray like this, or two-tier tray like this. So I went ahead and bit the bullet and grabbed the pan. All right. So after I get that on, I realized that I didn't do any kind of I spray painted that candle holder. I don't think I told y'all that. So I did spray paint the candle holder white before I ever started. Then I took my little sanding sponge and kind of buffed at it a little bit, which I didn't end up liking. I painted over it because when I buffed at it, it come back out gold. So it looked worn, but then again, it looked kind of funny because it was gold showing through. So anyways, once I got all that done, I took those popsicle sticks and glued them together, like one to the other one to the next one. It was 3 on each side. Once I got those glued together, then I'm going to take them and add my Loctite, and I just glued them together with the hot glue. I'm going to take my Loctite and hot glue, and I'm going to add that to the bottom of the candle holder. And like I said before, this is just so that the other pan has something to stick to. You know what I'm saying? Like where it'll have something that's level to stick to. That's a better way of explaining it. All right, so I'm adding another generous amount of this Loctite. I really like this glue. It really does work really well. I wish it was clear, not white, but we don't get everything we want, do we? All right, so once I get all of that glue on there, and I wiped the lid of that glue off each time that I used it, just to make sure that it didn't like glue the lid to itself. That's a good little tip there. Make sure you wipe the end of it off. So I'm just gonna add some hot glue, and then I'm gonna get my pan. I just add it. I mean, I'm sure there's a way to like measure this out and make sure you get it on straight, but I just eye it and then twist my pan around. I just turn it to make sure that I have it in the middle. Hold it down real firm. All right, so I've got my antique Waverly paint. I've also got some white paint, and I'm just gonna be trying to distress these. Now, the top pan, I had 2 different things going on, because the top pan was already pretty much distressed. The bottom pan looked brand spanking new, so I had to do something. So really what I did was I added the white, and then I would go over it with the antique, just patting at it. I've got a sponge brush there. Literally just dabbing it on. I went around places that I knew would rust the fastest on something, that if it was really going to rust, where it would rust the fastest, meaning like on the edges, like on that right on here where it clips together. And I waited to do this until it was put together. That way, I don't know, I just thought it would make it easier if once I had it together to do the distressing to it. So then I'm going to go in with a little bit of black paint. Now that black paint there it is also chalk paint, but it came from the Dollar General store. And all I'm just doing is going back and forth. The white, the antique, Waverly antique, and then the black. I'm just going back and forth with them, going over them, over the entire top and bottom tier of this tray. And let me tell y'all something about this white paint. So, oh my gracious, I'm embarrassed to even tell this story. Oh my gosh. So wait a minute, let me tell you this first. After I got the brown and the white and the black the way that I wanted it, I then went in with my metallic, folk art metallic silver and began to just dab it everywhere. I just went over, it was more or less like I was blending it all out. If you've ever like contoured your makeup, this is the same concept. You're just blending it all out, going over so that it's not just bright brown, bright white. You're just going over it, dabbing. All the way around both tiers I did this. And this was just to age and galvanize both pans so that they would look the same. All right, so back to the white paint. Let me tell y'all this story. So I decided I was going to make myself some chalk paint. Because, as you know, if you watch any of my other videos, I cannot find Waverly paint anywhere. They have been out forever for the Waverly. So, I decided I was going to make my own. Look it up. Hot Humble Pie. Holly from Hot Humble Pie actually has a video that she shows you how to make it and what to use and what's the best to use and everything. Well, I bought baby powder. Mix it up. Doesn't turn out right. Look at the back of the bottle. It has no talc in it. That's the ingredient I needed. Oh my gracious. All right. So here's the pan or the tray. I love it. It is so Farmhouse. It really turned out great. I really, really like it. Okay, guys, so for this next one, you're going to have 2 Dollar Tree signs, some painter sticks, a placemat from the Dollar General store, and also a placemat from Walmart. And then I've got my black paint. So I'm going to take these popsicle sticks. Well, actually, I glue it together first. And goofy me, I glue it together and lay it on top of this paper, and glued it directly to the paper. I ended up having to pull it off the back. Yeah, I just press it down like not a care in the world. Duh. I have now glued it to the paper. So I've got to go reach back there and try to peel it all off. False alarm though, everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, so once I get it pulled away from the paper, I'm going to take the popsicle sticks, add a generous amount of hot glue to those, and just place them on there. Now, I was going to take one and go long ways with it, but that I just felt like going like horizontally or whatever just would hold it better. So I just do this with all 4 popsicle sticks. This sucker is not coming apart. It is put together very good. Let's just put it that way. And you can find these jumbo popsicle sticks at Walmart. All right, so once I got it glued together, see, I still have paper stuck to it. Anyways, once I get it done, I take my painter sticks and I just measured off where the ends were going to be, where I wanted to cut these painter sticks. And I have a miter box and saw that I typically use, and I would have showed on camera and cut these for you guys on camera, but I could not find the dadgum thing. I don't know what I did with it, so who knows. Anyway, I'll find it in some random weird place. That's what will happen. So once I got them cut, I did cut them, but once I got them cut, I sanded down the ends just to have a smooth end. And then I took my black paint and added some water and just made like a black stain. This is the first time I've ever done a black stain, and it turned out fantastic. Like, I'm obsessed with this black staining now. Oh my gracious. It looks kind of dark in the beginning, but it dries like this charcoal black color, and it is so pretty. Really brings out the wood grain. You can really see it coming out of these painter sticks. You would never know that these were painter sticks. So I just, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And the color dries just such a pretty color. All right, so I'm just going to do all 4 sticks that way. I'm going all the way around them, ends, sides, back, front, the entire stick. Once I got those done, I was waiting for those to dry. So then I take this placemat that I got from Dollar General store. They have a couple different ones like this, but they're on this burlap material, and I was like, oh yeah, totally buying a couple of these because I know I can do some stuff with this. So this one, I'm just going to cut out the print that's on it. I'm just cutting right around the edge of the black circles. And actually, what I really wish I had have done was cut a little further out and then frayed the edges. But you live and you learn. I didn't think about it till it was too late. So I had already cut like half of it when I thought of that. So if you do this, you might do that, fray the ends and see what that looks like. So then I'm going to take my other placemat that I got from the dollar store and wipe it off real good, clean it up, and then I'm going to add some Mod Podge. Now this is matte Mod Podge, and I actually end up placing it on the entire placemat. I end up Mod Podging the entire thing because I didn't want it shiny, and that would help bring down that shininess. So then I'm just going to place that right on top of there. Add some more Mod Podge. I got way too much. I'm shaking my finger there like, no, too much. Don't do that. Don't do that. But it ended up turning out okay. I was really freaking out while I was making this, thinking, oh my God, I've ruined it. I've added too much Mod Podge. It's going to dry all funky, and now I've messed up. But it actually did not. By the grace of God, it looks great, actually. It really turned out awesome. I'm super proud of this project. So you're just going to Mod Podge the entire thing. Make sure you get it on the edges really good so it doesn't want to like peel back up. And sometimes it's hard to do fabric and know how much Mod Podge to use. Oh yeah, totally just spilt it all on the floor. I did. I did, y'all. I literally spilt it. All right, so I'm taking this spray adhesive that I got from the Dollar General store, and I'm just going to be placing it on the back of our pictures that we glued together, the ones that have the popsicle stick. I put a pretty generous amount because I wasn't sure. This is the first time I've ever used this, and I wasn't sure how it was going to work, but it actually worked out fantastic. That stuff is sticky. It's real sticky. So then I'm just going to place my placemat in the very center of this back that we have made. Pressing it down good. There you go. It's on there good. It's stuck, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, so we're going to actually take these painter sticks and we're going to be framing out our picture. Now, I did check the painter sticks and decide like which side had the prettiest of the wood grain on it. I didn't just like throw them on there all willy-nilly. I actually did try to make sure that I used the prettiest side. And they turned out so good. I just cannot get over how pretty that stain worked. First time I've ever done that, so that was new for me, and I'm really glad that I tried it. So I put the top and bottom on, and then when I go to frame out the sides, we're going to actually overlap the top and bottom stick. Just placing a generous amount of hot glue on there. And then I'm just going to place it right over the top. See there how we've overlapped it. And then you're going to press down in the middle real good so that it sticks to the board also. Same thing with the other side. This was a fun project. I really enjoyed doing this. I will probably actually make quite a few more of these because the placemats are so simple and they're so cheap. They're like 97 cents. Now that burlap one was a little more, but I think it might have been like $2. But the buffalo check, it was like 97 cents. All right, so I'm gonna be adding some twine just to kind of set it off, give it that more farmhouse rustic look. So I added some hot glue to my twine and then just broke off a little piece of popsicle stick to hold it down. Wrapped it around there probably, I think about 5 times, and then just did the same thing to secure the other end. Broke off a little popsicle stick and boom, there you go. Now I was only going to do one side, that was my plan, and then I was like, nah, it kind of needs the other side. So I end up taking my twine and doing the exact same thing to the other side, just adding a little hot glue to my twine on the back, do the popsicle stick, and then just wrap it around there. And like I said, I think I wrapped it about 5 times. And once I got it wrapped, I did take my string and kind of overlap one of them and kind of put one of them straight out to the side. And I didn't want them just perfectly straight across there. You kind of want them to be kind of wonky, you know? That's what makes it really look pretty. All right, so our farmhouse. All right, so in order to hang this, I just took some twine, some more twine, and then I'm doing the same thing as I did with the other, with the single pieces of twine. Broke popsicle stick in half, and there you go. This is beautiful. I love this. This will definitely be staying in my home. I absolutely love this picture. All right, y'all. So for the thrift flip, here we go. My best friend found these at a yard sale. And look at that little cow. Oh my God, look at him. He's so stinking cute. He just needed a bath. All right, so I've got my white paint, my crazy white chalk paint. Y'all, it worked. It did not ruin the paint. Like, I was still able to use it, but obviously you need to use the talc baby powder. Make sure you read first, and don't worry, I've got some in the mail. It should be here tomorrow, actually, so I will be making some more. All right, so I just took these jars. It was like a canister set. And I just took each one of them. They had cows on the outside of it, and I just painted them white, solid, straight white. My plan with these was just to paint them, but give them one coat of white paint, and then go back with a sander and sand off some spots where you could see the cow kind of peeking through the print that was on it, just kind of peeking through the white, and just have it look distressed like that. I mean, that was really my plan for these. So simple. Like this didn't take, other than drying, the paint drying, this probably didn't take me 10 minutes to do. No joke. And see, I just paint right over the top of it. And then when you go to sand it, you can actually look down in the canister and see where your design is. And then you just sand right over the top of where that design is. And then, of course, you're going to buff up some of the other edges just to make it look like it's worn and aged. Good Lord, I think I'm painting on this same one for how long? The whole 10 minutes, huh? Anyways, I just gave each one of them a good coat of paint. And I think they turned out really cute. Now with the bowl, I did the same thing, except when I went to sand it, I did a little more sanding on the bowl because I wanted that buffalo check to show. So now they're dry and I am sanding. I've got my little sander sponge that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going around the edge of this bowl because, like I said, I wanted that buffalo check to show. That is awesome that was even on there. I was so excited to see that whenever she started pulling stuff out of the boxes. All right, then I'm gonna go right over the top of my cow. Not too much, but enough that it shows. All right, and there's one more on the back, so I do the same thing to the back side of it. And I will be honest with you, it's like powder goes everywhere when you go to sand in this. It smelled good though. It smelled like lavender, like a baby's butt. Oh my gosh. All right, so I'm sanding on this big one. And my goodness, I am sanding and sanding and sanding, and I can hardly get this paint off. Like, that's one thing about it. This paint became very stuck once you painted it. Talc or no talc, by George, this paint was on there, okay? So after I have sanded forever with this, and it actually starts to take off the print that was on the inside, I go get my fingernail file, my big thick one. I used it in the last video, actually. So I've got my big thick fingernail file that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's a diamond fingernail file. And I just start to distress this canister all over. Focusing mainly on where the prints were, where the cows were, and so that they would kind of peek through. And then I would get it just so much, and then in order to not actually sand off the print itself, I would take a wet paper towel and just go over it real lightly, and then that way you could see the print. So I'm getting pretty close to it, but not all the way with the sanding. Close enough that the wet paper towel takes care of the rest. And you can kind of scratch with that wet paper towel, and it'll open up some spots for you too. This was a really fun DIY. I was excited to see how they were going to turn out. I was a little nervous when I had them solid white. I thought, oh no, I have ruined these. But I really think they turned out cute. I'm just going to do the same exact thing on this smaller one. I'm just kind of looking on the inside to see where that print was. And then I'm taking my rag and just wiping all of that dust off once you're done. And there you go. They're really farmhouse. I mean, you can't get any more farmhouse than a darn cow, for heaven's sakes. So I think they turned out cute. And he is so stinking cute. I just gave him a little bath. I just washed him up and he was ready to go. Alrighty, guys. So for this next DIY, I'm going to take this postal thing that I found from the Goodwill for $3.99 and this wooden pallet type little deal, plank picture or whatever, however you say it. I got the wooden thing at Walmart for like $4.88. They actually sell these, and it's a decent size. Now I'm just going to stain it with the black, with my stain. Once again, I wanted to see how this would actually turn out, and it's gorgeous. Right? Look at that. I am in love with black stain now. I'm telling you, y'all will be seeing a lot more of that in my DIYs. So once I got that done, I wanted to galvanize and age this postal thing. I looked online to try to figure out what the name of this was, and I couldn't find anything. But now everything that I did look at on Google and even Pinterest, they would all have like a tag that said post on it, and that's all that it would say. So by George, that's what we done. We made us a tag and it says post, and we're gonna stick it on there. But first we are finishing up with the galvanizing. So I gave it a solid coat of my metallic silver, let that dry, and then I went in with the black and my silver again, and then a little bit of the white. So what I'm primarily doing is I want to focus on where the edges of everything is. Now I did give it some kind of here and there spots of the black, but I mainly focused with that black on where the edges were, and then up and down, like in the middle where it comes to a V there. I'm going to, yeah, right there. So I'm going up and down those real good. Then I'm going to go right back over it with the silver. And it just kind of ages it, galvanizes it. I think it turned out really good. Like I said, you just put your black on, and then you go right back directly over it while it's still wet with the gray or the silver.
And I wasn't sure at first what I was going to put in this thing, so I did make sure to go down inside it a little ways. Not all the way, but a little ways. Now I'm going to take my white and just kind of highlight around where the black was. You're just kind of highlighting that. And I'm going to go right back over it with, once I get my white on there the way I want it, I'm going to go right back over it with the silver just to blend it all in, just like we were doing with the tiered trays. That way it's all blended in and it doesn't look like you just slap some paint on. All right, so here we go with our post sign. So I got that little tag from the Dollar Tree, and then I've got a marker, or not marker, a paint pen that I got from Dollar General store. Now I just took a little piece of plastic that I had and laid it across there so that I would have a straight line to go by in order to write my word, because I didn't want it to be all wonky. I wanted it to be straight across there. And I actually wrote post, but I tried to do it in the Ray Dunn style writing. Once I got everything like I wanted it, everything was dry, I'm actually gonna, yeah, it kind of looks like the Ray Dunn. I don't know. I tried. Hey, I tried. So I'm taking this buffalo check ribbon, and I'm going to make like a little loop and then a bow so that it looks like the tag is actually hanging from the ribbon, but it's not. So I made the bow first. And I actually made the bow and then set it up on top of it, and it just didn't look right, and that's when I made the loop. But it does end up in the end looking like it's kind of hanging from that tag. Or the tag is hanging from the ribbon. See, it didn't look like, it looked like it needed a little something else. So that's when I moved it up a little bit. I just took an extra piece of that ribbon, slipped it through there, cut the tails off of it, and then glued it straight down to the postal thing. I keep calling it the postal thing. If anybody knows what this thing is called, please let me know in the comments, because I would really love to know what it's actually called. I tried, I promise. I Googled it, I YouTubed it, everything. Pinterest it. I could not find it. I saw some, but everything just said postal. Metal postal box. See how it kind of looks like it's hanging from that yeah, okay. All right, so then I'm just going to hot glue this dude on. Now, I chose to hot glue it on instead of maybe screwing it on or even using the Loctite to put it on, just in case I decide to do something different with it later on. I can, peel it back off since it's just the hot glue. And we're going to add some twine around the front to give it a little more support and keep it from, wanting to kind of maybe slide off or whatever. I'll show you that in just a second. So once I got that hot glue on there, I just flipped it around and added it down. Now I've got my twine, and I wrap it around it about 7 times, I think is what I counted. And I'm just going to secure this to the board exactly the same way as we did with that picture earlier. Adding a little hot glue and then adding the popsicle stick. Hot glue gun didn't want to work with me. It was like it was running out of hot glue or something. I don't know. It wouldn't keep up. There you go. It wasn't keeping up with me. I'm going to do the same exact thing to the other side. And like I said, this just kind of gives it a little bit of support. Keeps it on a little more secure. I really think this turned out cute. And I take my little strings and kind of wiggle them around, and oh, so stinking cute. I love this. I love the way this turned out. All right, so for this last one, I do believe it is the last one. I wanted something that I could put in the 2-tiered tray. I'm really on this Ray Dunn kick right now. I love his stuff. I've always been more of a Mackenzie Childs type, but I'm really digging the Ray Dunn, and I don't know why, because it's so plain. And I'm usually a little more dramatic than that, but I really do like it. So I got these 2 coffee mugs from the Dollar General store for $1 a piece. I spray painted them white. I could not find a plain white one to save my life, so I ended up having to spray paint them white. I think they were gray. One was gray, one was like a brownish color. Anyways, I laid some painter's tape across it and then started to write my letters. Now, the letters are pretty simple to write because, like I said, it's the Ray Dunn style. It's really plain. But I wanted to make sure I stayed in a straight line, and I'm not real good at lettering. So that's why I use the painter's tape to keep myself, on a straight line. It's just a good little idea. I did blessed on one and sip on the other. Now, a lot of the Ray Dunn stuff that I see, the inside of the cups are painted. Does that not look like it's in slow motion? It's got to be in slow motion. Oh, we're back. Okay. I have no idea what just happened. Anyway, so a lot of those Ray Dunns, the inside is painted like black or gray or whatever. So that's what I did. I just painted the inside of the cup. It just added a little more to it. Really made the letters pop with the inside of the cup being black, because you kind of see that from, when you're looking down at it or whatever, you're going to see the lettering and then the black on the inside. I made sure not to get it around the rim. I wanted it only just on the inside of that cup. And I just did it so far down at first, and then I thought, oh, to heck with it, and I went all the way around the inside. Because I'm not going to be using these cups to drink out of. They are strictly for decorating. I thought they turned out cute. There they are. They're not perfect, but they're cute. It's just something extra to have. And here we go with all of it as one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with these DIYs. Those pictures are just too cute. The little canisters, my little cow. I love this stuff. That milk glass, oh, I love it. So stinking cute. All right, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, I would love for you to do so, and y'all have a blessed day.